Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 9 on the Turtlecraft server, where I've been doing some more stuff off camera. And once again, this chest has got some stuff in. There we go. 4 withers, so we can get 4 more beacons very quickly. We'll be right there. Okay, so we're in the end and we'll do a quick montage of killing these withers. And there we go, that's 4 withers done, and we got 4 extra nether stars, so we'll quickly make that into 4 more beacons. And right, so we got the stuff for 4 more beacons, and boom, there we go, 4 more beacons acquired. And recently I purchased quite a lot of iron from TechBrat, so we have enough to have a full, like, 4 wide beacon. No, not 4 wide, like a 2x2 beacon. We've also got a spare beacon there. So, what else are we going to do this episode? Well, first off, we need to sleep. Sleep underneath my perfectly normal decoration. And then fly all the way to the van, because I still haven't set up a nether portal there. So we'll fly in here. It doesn't look to have changed. Oh yeah, I made this storage for canon documents, so the paper and then the original letter they gave us. And then we can put that in there. But it seems as if there's another book. So let's make sure that there's no mobs around. Yep, we should be fine. Thank you so much. After being awakened, I feel much better and can now give you further instructions. You did well on the lightning generator. The liquid produced is known as lightning liquid, or LL for short. However, the liquid is officially liquid photonium, so an element then. The liquid isn't pure and has some copper impurities due to the industrial process of creating it. However, it is easily purified. To purify the photonium, you will first burn it in a combustion chamber, producing photonium oxide, which is a light blue gas. The residual copper is very small and would take years to harvest in any reasonable quantity, so don't worry about the copper. Next, you'll want to dissolve the photonium oxide in water, then electrolyze the resulting mixture using carbon-based electrodes, forming pure photonium at the cathode, the negative electrode. You must control the water temperature, then collect any photonium that floats to the surface, as it is less dense than water and won't mix. This process is to remove the copper impurities. We can then react the photonium with hydrogen to form dihydrophotonide, which is flammable deep blue gas, with the combustion producing energy to power many machines. You'll burn it like any other hydrocarbon, and it will produce water vapour and a thick tar-like liquid called heavy lightning residue, which is a combination of different photonium-based chemicals. Currently, I don't know of anything that can be done to convert it or utilise it yet, so we're gonna have to store it somewhere. So a large storage tank will be required. It may be able to be used as some form of fertiliser, however I need to research more into that technology. Your task is to set up a refinery for the synthesis of dihydrophotonide, allowing you to power a future base down here. Right, so he wants us to construct an entire base down here. So I guess this will be where our mega base is. Please note that you will need to expand the LL generation to cope with the new demand, and that LL is quite dense already, so a little will go a long way in this industrial process. P.S. Some people think that the liquid photonium is amethyst, however this isn't the case. It just so happens that the unrefined variant looks like that with the impurities. Good luck. This first production line will help us greatly if done correctly. Right, so we need to set up a refinery. to basically refine this into something that's pure and I assume got more energy, because this doesn't seem to, I don't think this would have much energy in it. Right, so it says here, please note that you'll need to expand the LL generation to cope with the new demand. Okay, so if we come up here, currently we've only got one small tower that takes quite a while to charge up, so I think first what we'll want to do is we'll want to develop two, at least two larger towers that don't take as long to charge up. So I will go into a testing world, try and build these towers, and I think we will immediately go into a time lapse. Right, so we need to make this quick. I finished off building this now. We've got two pipes that go into the base, but I just heard thunder. So we'll quickly grab some more rockets, grab two tridents, and basically we'll turn it on down here. Just come up like this, go up into here, go one there. Turn this one on. Does it work? No, it fell down somewhere. Right, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, okay, that was a bit risky. Right, quickly, go, 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 go. No, that's the wrong trident. No, it stops thundering. Well, we'll have one trident there. And I designed these machines to be constantly running, hence why we've got the please note when turning off collect trident. Because if someone decides that they don't want to constantly hear thunder whilst it's thundering, even though they can just sleep, and they decide to turn the machine off, I want the trident back, and if they let it despawn, then they need to get me one. because it'll be annoying to get 2 more tridents. I've already lost one due to despawning. But there we go, now it's working. Because basically, when you unload the chunks, the trident will unload before the clock unloads and stops. Meaning that as long as it's within entity rendering distance, this should be working. And then if it's a thunderstorm, then it would be working. So if, say, Bast was online, because he's building his mega base over there, if he was online, and I think if there's a thunderstorm, he would be able to load in the machine. So he would probably be the only one being deafened by it, but, you know, it'll be funny. So, excuse me, Mr. Skeleton, I need to turn my machines on. Right, this one's on. And yep, Trident's bouncing there. So how does this all work? Well, basically, when I activate that button, some magic goes on inside, and then there's a piston that pushes all the blocks up, which then, once it's up here, there's that redstone block which comes up, powers this redstone line. There's a slight delay before it pushes back down, because it needs to wait for the piston down there to reset. And then activates this monostable circuit here and the T flip-flop to then turn off and on this clock. So one activation will move it there, and then another activation will move the redstone block back, which turns it on. But yeah, and then this is just mirrored on the other side. And then we've got these 2 pipes that will go all the way into the base. So far, the pipes, there's just 2 holes there, but I plan on having colour coordination inside of the base, so that will allow me to suss out, you know, which pipe this is. So for the Crude Photonium, it will probably be like a magenta pipe, and then it'll go all the way to over here, which is where I plan to build the refinery around here. So Crude Photonium, that will be magenta. Water will be cyan, because dihydrophotonide will be the dark blue pipe, and then the photonium oxide gas, that will be in a light blue pipe. And then for the heavy lightning residue, I'm pretty sure that's purple, so we'll have that in a purple pipe, and then any other pipes to transport any other fluids like lava, that will be an orange pipe. Yeah, so any other fluids or gases that we need to transport will have a coloured pipe. But yeah, so I'll quickly work on bringing the pipe down, maybe having a small storage tank somewhere. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. So I'll see you once I finish off the pipe. Okay, so I've done some work now. I've got the pipes that are going down like this. And what I did is I got some glow lighting and put them on top, so no mobs should spawn on top of them. And also it just illuminates them a bit more, so they're not as dark. Currently they're just going into there, and then they'll go through the wall and then down into here, which I'll have a storage. Then after that, the pipes will probably come down here, and then to the first part of the refinery, and basically all of this area around here will be the refinery. But yeah, so we'll have the storage there. The pipes will come through the ceiling, the storage will be there, then they'll come down to somewhere there. We'll probably remove these 3 pillars because I don't think they're particularly necessary. Like, this area of the cave isn't that big. Like, we'll probably fix this pillar and just leave some of those, but we'll definitely remove these 3 pillars. But yeah, we'll just pop that in right here. Okay, so I've built the storage now, and as we can see, it's all up there. I haven't built the pipes down yet, but that's because I'm still mostly in the process of designing the refinery. If we fly over here, we've got the pipes coming in there, then going through the ceiling, then into these storages, and then we just got valves here that we can turn on and off to let the fluids out. Obviously they're off, otherwise they'll be spilling out, but Yeah, it's got a fair amount of storage, and there should be some stored in already, because it has funded a few times whilst building some of the decorative bits. But as we can see, Trident's still there, and this Trident's still here. But yeah, that's all I've got time for this episode, so thank you all for watching, and I shall see you in the next video where I should hopefully have the rest of the refinery done.